is my first YouTube.
Okay, go.
This is my first YouTube video, and this is a 1935 Briggs and Stratton Model Y, and it's been in my family for over 60 years. And the first time I ever saw it, I was probably 6-7 years old. And the engine originally, I don't think it was ever on a lawnmower, but it was built into on a washing machine, but it was built into a lawnmower during the war when you couldn't buy power lawnmowers. And then my dad got a hold of the lawnmower, and for some reason he loved this mower. So all the years he had it, and it's been sitting ever since, and I've had it. And finally, as a tribute to my dad, I decided it was time to give it a
Okay.
So I pretty much cleaned everything up, removed all the 600 coats of bad paint off it, added a air cleaner to it, and I had the cover for the kickstart, but I couldn't find it, so I put a new one of those on. The gas tank was sat in a warehouse and was never used since '71. And so I got the tank, put the shutoff, or put the non-pickup in the bottom of it and did that stuff to it. Then I decided it should have a purpose, so I made an electric start out of it by changing the pulley, putting a Dynastart on it, and a regulator and solenoid and starter button and whatever that took. And so I had a pretty good engine to start with. And sure, it was dirty. Had a million coats of brushed on black paint on it. And I want to thank all the suppliers that helped me get all the parts for it. And mainly off eBay. And like the spark plug, I put a new spark plug in it. I don't know that it's the right one, but it was what was in it when my dad had it. The muffler was just a typical lawnmower muffler. The pulleys were just typical old pulleys. This pulley was the original pulley that I took off it. And I have a hunch it was on there since the engine was made. So we'll just keep that one. And but I wanted something that could do something, and by doing something means that Dynastart will also put out power and charge the battery. So between that and my 600 watt inverter, I should be able to put AC power out from a 1935 motor. Well, I'm going to give you a quick little picture of what it looked like in its stage of rebuilding. Okay, here's a few photos of it before it was touched and the way it's been for the last 50 years. And as you can tell, it was dirty, but it wasn't really in that bad a condition. The magneto, I got lucky, and it appears that somewhere along the line it probably was replaced. And so it's still has the original points in it, original magneto. And so pretty much the engine is all there's the purple plate that tells me it's been replaced. And I took the dents, the normal dents, out of the side cover on it, as you're going to see. And you know where the original dents are. It was pressed right in from the factory. And but I imagine the hardest part for me was, the problem for me was the paint and getting the 600 coats of old paint off it without scratching the block. And then my housekeeper and I decided on the color of it because I didn't want it black, so I painted it green for the reason you could get to high heat very easily. Then we picked the gold for the color on the side cover and a few other parts just because it looked good with the green, so I'm hoping that stands out pretty good. And then I got the decals from California from another eBay seller. And so I hope you like it. I'm going to go ahead and start it up, show you how easy an electric start Briggs Y is to actually start. I want to thank all you YouTubers for tuning in, watching it, and appreciating some of my work. Thank you. What?
Go.
And like I say, this is a tribute to my father. And I'm hoping that some of you younger viewers will think about your father, give him a tribute before he dies instead of waiting until after he's gone. Now, she's going to show you one little picture of my mini bike. That's it.
And that's a sweet mini bike.
This was also my father's. And it's a 1972 or 1967 Sears Runabout. And it runs perfect. The engine's never been opened up. And I just got done. I'm sure he's dying to get down here from heaven to ride it.